What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. The video quality is probably going to be a little bit unique, and so is the audio quality for that matter. You guys are going to have to tell me what you think, because today I'm trying something brand new. I literally just dropped $2,000 on a Sony a7C and another $1,500 on a Sigma 14 to 24 2.8 lens. And that's a lot of money. So I decided to give my iPhone a try. This time I've got a selfie stick attached to it. I've got my Rode Wireless Go mic attached to it as well. And I'm trying to decide, should I just stick with an iPhone, or is the quality really that much better from this new camera that justifies the price? Anyway, today we are here again with the MGB, and I found out a few things today. I'm going to take you over to where we were having all of our trouble last time. Boy, it's nice I can actually zoom in on this. There was our troublemaker, which we have since resolved that issue. The distributor. We have our new distributor in. Yes, I did it without you, and I know some of you are going to be a little bit upset about that, but we haven't done anything else. I don't even know if it's going to run, but what I will tell you is, most people have already been asking on Instagram, how did I get this out? Well, hopefully you can see it's in pretty bad shape now. I destroyed it. I beat it. I cracked it. This distributor was in upside down. It is keyed. Let me see if I can get you in some better light here. Hold on, let me see if I can get you in some better light here without dropping it. I don't know how well you can see it, but if I turn it this way, maybe you can see a little better. Those cogs on the end, or maybe not cogs, dog ears, whatever you want to call them, if you look real close, they are not centered. They are offset. They're offset for a reason, so that this thing will only go in one way. Well, I already knew that, and I came over here and I said, okay, after I spent literally 12 hours, not 12 hours straight, but 12 hours saturating this whole thing down here in PB Blaster and beating on it with hammers and pry bars, crowbars, and everything in between, it eventually gave up and came out. So you notice the direction. See if I can get you down here. There we go. The direction this is pointing is toward about cylinder number one. The problem is when I took it out, that rotor was facing 180 degrees the opposite direction. Well, when I took the new distributor and I tried to fit it back in with the rotor facing down, I couldn't get it to go in. Wouldn't fit. Now, if I were to beat it with a hammer, maybe it would have gone in. So I thought, what if the previous owner installed the distributor backwards? Well, as it turns out, as soon as I flipped the rotor 180 degrees the opposite direction, guess what? It fell right into place. No issues at all. Hopefully get you down there and you can see a little bit. She's in there. It's not tightened up yet at all. I can still get in here and, well, where is it? Right there. I can still adjust it. Everything is still adjustable. So now it is time to put the distributor cap on, put the spark plug wires back on, replace that spark plug. And I think before I even put that on, I'm going to go ahead and just try to see if we can make this thing run. So we've made a little bit of progress. Step one is to go ahead and take out that old coil after verifying that this is an actual negative ground system and not a positive ground, because these were positive grounds too. So we have taken off the coil, which used to go right there. We have clipped the original wires that were a male terminal, and we've converted them to a female. I also clipped off the end that would have gone to the original distributor, because we're not going to use that anymore. We have a brand new positive lead right here that's going to run to the coil. Then we have a negative, which this is something we didn't have before. The negative is also going to have to hook to the coil. We may have to add just a little bit of length to that. Once we have positive and negative, taken care of, and we've got our new coil installed like this. We can get our wires hooked up, and then we can start figuring out the firing order, which I believe is it's 1, 2, 3, 4, but the firing order is like 1, 3, 4. It's 1, 3, then 4, then 2, going in a clockwise direction. So you'd have like 1, then 3, then 4, then 2. I believe that's how that goes. Anyway, we're getting there, guys. We also got to replace that spark plug, so we're getting close, and I'm excited. While I was in here, I went ahead and tidied up some wiring. The wires running to the alternator, you can kind of see them back there. See if I can, that's zooming the wrong way. If you can zoom in there a little bit. I cleaned all of those up. I pulled them all out. I cleaned the connectors on the alternator. I also cleaned the wires up as well. So figured while we're in here, I might as well take care of a few things. I'm going to have to redo the ground strap. It came off right here. This is actually very important on these cars, so I'm going to definitely have to get that taken care of. Oh, it looks like it just was a kind of a quick disconnect, I guess. No, I don't know. Anyway, we will get that taken care of as well. And I think we're close to being able to fire it up and hopefully try to get the timing set. If it runs, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. And then after that, we can worry about things like oil filter, the hoses, the belt. Look at this belt. It is so loose, guys. Like, come on. Focus, camera, focus. She doesn't want to focus. Anyway, the belt down here is, it's pretty loose. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, so we'll take care of that as well. Why is it out of focus? There we go. Goodness, this thing was messing up. Let's move on. Okay, guys, we got our coil in. I did not put the sound isolator thingy-majig back on it just yet. Everything is kind of loosely installed here. The distributor's not tightened down yet or anything. I do have the plug wires according to the diagram I've got set in the right position. I got the ground wire on. I got all the wires down here hooked up. So now is kind of a big moment, and I'm pretty nervous about it. The wiring was not difficult at all, but you just never know how these things are going to go, man. And that's the part that's kind of... We're going to just turn the ignition on, listen for the fuel pump. Okay, that was the fuel pump. And let's give her a kick. Nope. Well, I just heard coolant. I know it's coolant because there's nothing else that could be leaking out. It probably just leaked all over my distributor. Well, it leaked down the distributor a little bit. I smell fuel. So here we go. It's not attempting to start, which makes me think, could it be 180 out? Huh. Everything is hooked up. I've got... This is supposed to be disconnected. That, I totally forgot about that. I have to tighten that up, but that's fine. We have a ground at the coil coming from the electronic ignition. We have a hot from the coil right here going to the electronic ignition. So the electronic ignition is hooked up. Distributor cap is on. All the plug wires are on. We have power coming from here too. I'll double check a couple things, guys. We'll come back and try it again. Well, guys, we are in a dark place, and I don't know where to go from here. I almost am certain the problem has got to be within that distributor right there. This was an eBay distributor and eBay components, but they're all supposed to be Lucas Electronics. I did try to bypass this coil, and I hooked up the original coil because we know the original coil works, and the original coil has no spark. How do I know this? I put a timing light right here, and you should have seen the light flash, and it doesn't flash. Same thing with that coil. So two coils, one that we know was working, and we have no spark. Well, what controls the spark? Well, the distributor. That control module controls spark. So I did what every good mechanic would do. I checked for continuity between the wires at that control module leading all the way up to the coil. Wires are solid. We have continuity between the two wires. Everything is hooked up, positive to positive, negative to negative. The coil is not grounded. You are not supposed to ground these coils. If you ground the coils, guess what? You won't have any spark. So the coil is not grounded, as in no wire going directly from the coil negative to the chassis. I'm at a loss, man. I'm completely at a loss. 100% we have no spark. And yeah, so it's been a long night, guys. It is already pushing midnight. I've actually been working on this for, it's been at least a couple hours now, just tracing everything, double, triple, quadruple, checking everything. The gap, the air gap between the control module and the reluctor plate there, about 10 thousandths. I feel like that's right. I've looked online. Unfortunately, I can't really find anything about the air gap. So what I'm going to do is, instead of sitting here bothering you guys for the rest of the night about it, I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and go in, watch some TV, go to bed, rest. I'm going to come back tomorrow with a fresh mindset. I'm going to message the seller and let them know that, you know, hey, man, this is not hard. This isn't one of those things that's difficult to set up, man. It's not. This is pretty simple. There's literally two wires, guys. There's two wires. We do have 12 volts at the coil. All right, so I know that the coil's got voltage. Everything is plugged in. It's like a positive wire and a negative wire. That's it. That's it. They're both hooked up. Everything is functioning the way it should, with the exception of spark. And the only thing that's going to be causing that problem is that little bitty control module. Let me get this out of here real quick. Little bitty control module right there. So it is what it is, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, boys and girls, we're back. Tell me if you notice a difference now, because this is the new camera. This is the Sony A7C, and I accidentally bought the wrong lens for it, so bear with me if it's not perfect. I'm actually using a crop sensor lens. Still an E-mount, but I'm using the wrong lens. I accidentally. So thank you on YouTube. Somebody left in the comment section, let me know that the 10 to 18 millimeter f4 constant aperture was a crop sensor lens, and that I bought the wrong one. So that was only a $900 mistake. Oops, I'll send it back. Instead, I went with a Sigma, and I got like a Sigma 14 to 24, I think, f2.8. That Sigma lens was $1,500, but it's a full frame E-mount lens. It'll be here in a couple days. So anyway, I'm running late today, but I do want to give a big shout out and thank you to a Chad who sent me a couple really awesome candles, and unfortunately I can't show them to you because I've already got them in the house lit. It's a Pepsi can and a Mountain Dew can with candles in them, and it's from 716candleco.com. So not sponsored, but still thought it was really cool, and here's his message to me. I thought this was totally awesome, guys. Look how quick the focus is on this, right? Been watching me since the Uberman days, and sent me a gift just to say thank you. Look how quick this focus snaps back. Look at that. Boom. It's like, whoa. Whoa. All right. Hey, entry-level Sony full-frame roll cameras. We're going to jump back into this MGB now. I'm not having a good day. So I came back and I started working on this again today, and today is actually today for you guys too. It is actually November 4th. So I've had a bad day, guys. I contacted the seller and I asked him if he could maybe help me out a little bit because something is not right, and he did not respond back to me yet. Boy, the wide angle on this thing is insane because I'm literally standing right next to the car. Oh, I love this ultra wide angle 10 millimeter lens right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys for your help on this. This is pretty simple. In my opinion, it's just two wires, red and black. I've got the black wire from the distributor hooked up to the negative side of the coil. I've got the red wire to the positive side of the coil, and I don't know what else I could do. So if anybody could comment down below if you got any experience, any expertise that you want to share with this, please comment below. Maybe I did something wrong and I just didn't catch it. It could be something stupidly simple. If it is, please drop those comments down below. I would truly appreciate it. So what we're going to do, since I cannot get this running, we're not going to get this running in this video. We're going to go ahead and change the oil real quick. Hey, we're back. Trying to change the oil. Ah, jeez Louise. I bet that threw the autofocus off, didn't it? I've been wanting to get the oil changed in this thing for... Golly. Don't tell me the drain plug is stripped. Boy, this car, man, it's just been... it's kind of been one problem after another with this, hasn't it? Here we go. Let me step back, because I don't want to get sprayed. Oh, that actually wasn't bad at all. I was expecting way worse. All right, whew. Yeah, that oil's pretty nasty. We'll go ahead and get that out, let it drain. I'll put some fresh oil in her. All right, time for the oil filter, which will probably make a mess all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, there she goes. Horrible design in my opinion, having it upside down like this. But what are you gonna do, right? Try your best not to make a mess. All right, there we go. And there is our oil filter. That's a big oil filter for a little engine, guys. Let's get a new one on here. All right, we got our new filter. We've got a an STP extended life. Let's go ahead and see if we can drop her down in there. And hopefully it... Uh-oh. There we go. You don't need to torque these down either, guys. That should be plenty. Now we can pour in some oil. All right, guys, we're going in with our Hicks Oil Collector's Choice 2050. I don't think we're going to need a funnel for this. There we go. Yeah. Well, that's some thick oil, ain't it? Golly, I wonder when the last time this car had an oil change was. Well, we know the sticker, I think, says like 2014 or something, so... Or 2004, I'm sorry. 2004, I believe, was the last oil change on this one. There she goes. Nothing like some fresh oil for your motor, man. That ought to help this old girl out a ton if we can get it running again. All right, now it's time to take off the alternator belt, which should be fairly simple. There's only a couple nuts here, which I took the liberty of loosening up. The belt hopefully just kind of slides off of here. Maybe. Yeah, maybe not. There she goes. Get her off of the crank, and hopefully we can just kind of fish her around the fan here, just like that. And that is, that's a bad belt, guys. She was in pretty rough shape. See if I can get you in a little closer to her there. Look at that. Belt was in really bad shape. Now, the adjuster for the alternator didn't have a bolt in it. So I'm going to pull this alternator off of here. There we go. Just kind of slide her off. Make sure this adjuster is still... Yeah, she's still down there. She's in good shape. I'm going to go ahead and install the bolt for that so we don't have an issue with it in the future. We'll go ahead and fish the new belt around the fan just to get it in place so we don't have to worry about doing that later. There she goes. There we go. Get her around the crankshaft. There she is. All right. Hey. Finally, something... Never mind, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because as soon as I say it, I'm going to jinx it. Next, let's take care of this upper hose. This car's only got a couple hoses on it anyway, so we might as well knock this out. And I figure the more we can get done now, the more time we're going to save, so that hopefully, one of the very next videos of this car, we could actually get it out and, you know, drive it, like really take it on a drive. The dream for me is just to be able to drive it to Copart, guys. I know it may not seem like a big deal, but you'd be surprised. Of all the cars I've worked on lately, this one car she's been fighting me, man. There we go. She's been fighting me every step. We got to be very careful with this. This is very soft. And I don't want to damage this radiator. You don't have to worry so much about the thermostat housing there, but the radiator for sure we don't want to damage. Let's see if we can there we go. Just kind of, I'll probably use some silicone before putting the new one on. Ugh, well that's kind of nasty. Kind of nasty. And here's the new one. It's kind of this old school, you know. It almost looks like corrugated or something, you know what I mean? So yeah, putting this on should be a lot of fun. I'm going to clean this up a little bit, clean that up a little bit so we have a smooth surface to work on. And then I think I'm going to put a little bit of silicone grease on there just to help glide this hose on. All right, we got everything cleaned up. Now I'm just trying to decide which way I want to. Do I want to slide it on this way first, I guess? Tough decisions, guys. Oh, wow. What? Actually slid on pretty easily. Wow. If only everything was that simple, right? All right. We've got her on there, guys. Lock down these clamps. We got that top hose done. Well, guys, I was really hoping that we were going to get a little further on this car today than we did. But, like I said, this is November 4th. It's already getting into the evening. I still have some errands that I have to go run in the city, which takes me 2 hours each way. And I need to get a video up for you guys today, some kind of update. I don't want you to think I'm not working. I am working. It's just, my goodness, man. I'm getting fought each step of the way. And I'm hoping we can resolve this ignition issue really, really soon. I'm going to go ahead and knock out the rest of these hoses and stuff. Don't worry, I'll start recording you guys some more content. Do me a favor, though. Tell me if you notice a difference in video quality. I hope so, but if not, please be honest, because I can always send back this, what was it, yeah, it's $4,000 when you include the memory card, and the memory cards, the UHS 2 cards, they're very expensive. Everything is very expensive anymore, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it didn't really get much accomplished, but we got a few things done, and we'll come back and get some more done. I got a shipment in today. I actually got my carpet for this. I got my new center console for the MG. I got the new console lid. I got a new wooden shift knob. I got the new radio surround bezel. We got a lot of stuff, guys, and we took the top off of it as well because I think it just gives it a cleaner look. And I got that tonneau cover that I can just keep in the back in case I need it. For now, we'll probably go ahead and put a top on it at some point. But for right now, I think the car just looks a lot cleaner with the top removed. Comment your thoughts down below. If you got any solutions or suggestions for that distributor, please hit me up. If you like the new video quality, hit that thumbs up button and let me know. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that may have been a little too close. Guys, I want to thank all of you for joining me today. I'm going to go inside and edit this video so I can get it uploaded for you and you can have something to watch today. And I'm going to go run some errands, try to troubleshoot this thing some more, and start recording some more content for you guys. We should be working on the AMC Ambassador in the very near future. I'm going to drop the tank, attempt to clean it, attempt to patch it, put a new sending unit in it, and then put it back on the car. And then we'll find out if my patch holds. So stay tuned for that one, guys. I'm really excited to get that Ambassador on the road. Maybe I'll end up driving that to Copart next week. Hey, maybe that video will come in a couple days, and we'll see if that car can, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds. Stay safe out there, buddy. Until next time, I'll catch you all very soon in the next one. I got to quit saying that. Stay safe out there, buddy. I'll catch you all very soon in the next one.